Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back, and how's it going? It's been a while since we've been in this location, so that's kind of fun. Today I'm going to be doing a holiday makeup look. I guess it's not really a tutorial, but it is, like, you know. So stay tuned if you want to see how it turns out. And just right now, you know, if you're sitting here and you're like waiting on me, just click that subscribe button down below, like... Okay, I'm just gonna get into it. Okay, oh my gosh, I keep forgetting to bring stuff over here from my makeup table. Okay, I'm gonna put a headband on because I don't want anything to get on my face. But a lot of times if you're doing this look, you're probably gonna have your hair done and you don't really want to put it up in like a ponytail. So I'm gonna just use a headband. Okay, so now I'm going to prime my skin. So I'm gonna use a few different primers. Obviously you don't have to use this many primers, but this is what I'm doing because it's a holiday look and that's just what I'm doing. So I'm gonna start out by using the Hangover Primer by Too Faced. This is a sample size, but I really like this. Now I'm going to put on, this isn't a primer per se, but it's like a moisturizer and it works really well under a foundation. So this is, I've used this in a video already. It's the Glam Glow Starter. So this is really nice because it makes your foundation look a little bit more glowy, and because it's the holiday season, you know, we all want to just glow. So use that. This is in the shade Nude Glow, by the way. Okay, now I'm going to, I know there's so many primers going on. Because it's the holiday season, a lot of times you wear this look to like a holiday party. And if you're at a holiday party, you could either be really warm because, you know, that they do that thing where it's like, it's really cold out, so we're gonna put the heat on. And so then it's like, you're dying inside because it's heating up and you're wearing long sleeves and pants and you're like, I'm gonna freaking die. So I'm putting a lot of primer on because I want it to not sweat off. So now I'm gonna put on some of the Professional on my nose because, and like pore opened areas because we want to be smooth, you know. Okay, so now that I've literally just finished doing so much and it's already been 4 minutes, we're gonna move on to something a little more interesting. So now I'm gonna do some foundation. So I have already used this foundation before in a video, or maybe 2 videos. I think it's been 2 videos. But it's a really great foundation because you really can build up your coverage, which is my favorite part, and I talked about that in the last video. This is the Sephora Make No Mistake concealer and foundation stick. And I know I don't really talk about shades because I like to think that everybody's a different shade, and why do I need to tell you what shade I am if we're not even close to the same shade? Like, it makes no sense. But I've actually added to this routine because I'm extra. So I'll talk about that as I'm going. So I draw 4 lines on each cheek, and then I do 3 lines on my forehead, 1 down my nose, and then 3 on my chin. And then after I do that, I'm taking the Banana Stick by Anastasia, and then I'm drawing that on the sides of my nose, on my lip, a few lines on my chin, and then I put it on the side of my eyebrows. I don't know why, I just do. And then I blend this all out with my buffing brush, my Y6 by Morphe. So now that I've done that, I'm going to put on some concealer. So for concealer, I always use my Tarte Shape Tape. It's the best concealer. I think everybody agrees with me on that one. It's just great. So I'm gonna draw a lot more concealer on because it is that holiday season, and this is almost like a glam look. So I do kind of like a long triangle action. Put it down my nose, I put it on my forehead, and then I've lately been putting it on all of my blemishes as well because there's a lot of them. I'm gonna take a damp beauty blender and I'm gonna blend all that into my skin. So instead of setting my face right away, I've been doing my eyebrows because a lot of times I will carve out my brows and then I end up putting concealer on already set skin, and it's just, I don't like how that works. So I'm gonna do my brows next. So I have a new way of doing my brows because I've stepped up my game, guys. Like, I'm getting better. Isn't that so fun? Like, it's great. I now use the Anastasia Dip Brow pomade like every other beauty person, and it's in the shade medium. Wait, we don't talk about shades on this channel. I'm going to do my brows doing that. I don't know how to describe what I'm doing. I just know how to do it. So I'm just gonna show a clip and not talk because that's just what I'm gonna do. Now I'm gonna carve out my brows because they look like absolute crap. And I always blend it out using a beauty blender because we don't want it to look really like gross. And then I'm now also taking I feel like all my makeup things have like changed since I last did a makeup tutorial. This is so fun. I'm gonna take the Gimme Brow by Benefit Cosmetics and I'm putting that over top of my brows. It's like a brow gel, but it's tinted, so it kind of deepens them up after that concealer kind of like crusty gets on there. Now they don't look like as crappy. So now I'm going to set my entire face using my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. Classic, guys, it's a classic. So I take that powder on like a flat side of my beauty sponge and I put that all over my face. And then I also take that translucent powder and I really powder my under eyes and basically I'm baking. So now that I am baking, I'm going to do my eyeshadow. I'm doing this in this order because I think if you have your bake underneath your eyes, it'll help to pick up all that fallout. So for eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the Narcissus palette. I think I've used this in a video. I'm not 100% sure. It's the Wanted palette. So I'm gonna be using this Morphe blending brush. It doesn't have a number on it, but I'm sure you can figure it out. So I'm gonna start it by using this sort of like light brown shade that is called Seven Heaven. And I'm basically just gonna put that all over my lid. So now I'm gonna take the brown shade that is directly next to it, and it is called Mendoza, on the same brush. And I'm just gonna keep this on my crease instead of my whole eyelid. I'm gonna take the shade that is right underneath that, and it is called Fallen Star. And I'm gonna put that on my crease, but more on the outer part of my crease. And I'm gonna start flicking that out in kind of a wing action. And when there's nothing left on my brush, I'm gonna drag it down to the inner corner of my eye. So now that I have done that, I'm gonna take my translucent setting powder and that sharper end of my beauty sponge, and I'm just gonna stamp some of that translucent powder underneath this kind of sharp wing. Now I'm going to take a different brush. I'm going to take this tiny little black blending brush. It's very precise. I'm going to take this dark brown shade called Coconut Grove. It's almost black, but it's not black. And I'm going to tap off a lot of excess. And then I'm just going to pack this on this tiny outer part right there. And I'm going to flick it out when there's not much left on my brush. And I'm gonna take that blending brush that I've been using before and that first light shade, and I'm just gonna blend my entire eye out so there's no harsh lines. Now I'm going to take the shimmery shade that is on this top part right here. You can tell I've used a lot of it. It is called Delirium. I'm gonna take this on this flat brush and then I'm gonna spray it with some setting spray so that it's really sparkly and it's like overpowering almost. I'm gonna put that on my lid. And I'm going to take my blending brush again and just redefine that crease. Now I'm going to do my under eyes. So I'm taking the Morphe R39. I'm going to take that first shade, that first light brown shade, and put that on my under lash line. Then I'm going to take that second brown shade that I used and I'm going to do the exact same thing. Now I'm going to take, this part is pretty fun. It's also optional, but I like it. I think it's fun. I'm going to take a Morphe brush, and I don't know what it's called, but it's this little tiny flat black brush. And I'm going to take this shiny green metallic shade, and I'm going to put this on this brush. And then I'm going to spray it with some setting spray because we want it to be as pigmented as possible. And I'm going to put that on the middle part of my lower lash lines. And I kind of like to blend it up into my lashes or up into my eye because I want it to kind of look like it's really part of my eye. So you're probably thinking, damn, that just looks bad. And I'm gonna say, yeah, right now. I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and I'm gonna blend it all out again. So that's the end of the eye makeup. That's eyeshadow. Now I'm going to be doing the rest of my eye makeup. So I'm gonna put on some mascara and then I'm gonna put on lashes and then we'll finish the rest of this makeup look. Okay, so these are my lashes. So these are the Lily lashes in the shade Randy. Style Randy. So I'm gonna wipe off my bake using this Y11 Morphe brush. So For bronzer, I'm going to be using my Chocolate Soleil bronzer by Too Faced. I'm really going to be kind of almost just contouring. This is using my R14 brush by Morphe. Obviously the lashes, by the way, are not necessary. I just think that they work really well for a kind of holiday look. And I'm also going to contour my nose using this R39 brush. I also use this on my eyes, my under eyes, but I just really think this is a good nose contouring brush. And then I like to use that Y11 brush and all the leftover translucent powder and blend out my nose contour because sometimes it gets really dark. So now I'm going to blush using my Rocketeer blush by Benefit Cosmetics. And this is my Morphe E4 brush. Now I'm going to highlight my face. For highlighter, I'm going to use my Anastasia Sweets palette, and I'm going to use the shade Butterscotch down here. Actually, first I'm going to spray my face a little bit with my Morphe setting spray. I'm going to take this Morphe E36 brush. It's a little tiny pencil brush. I'm going to take that highlighter, put that down my nose, and I'm also going to put that in my inner corners. Now I'm going to put on some lipstick. So for lipstick today, I'm going to be using red lipstick. You can use a nude lipstick if you want, but because it's the holiday season, I just feel like red lipstick is the way to go. So this is the Maybelline Very Cherry lipstick. It's the shade number 635. I've used this a lot. I really like this color. I need a mirror when I do this, like really close to me, because I'm really bad at putting on red lipstick. After this, I usually put on a little bit more blush because I'm like, oh crap, that's a lot of red lipstick and no blush. Now I'm going to set my face one more time with some Morphe setting spray. And I'm going to take my beauty sponge and press all of that into my skin. Okay, so that is the end of this makeup look. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you like how this look turned out. I definitely do. Definitely comment down below if you want me to do more makeup tutorials. I love doing them and I think it's so much fun. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would love for you to join me and my small community. Like this video if you enjoyed this, or if you like how this ended up looking. Turn my post notifications on if you haven't already. I post every single Wednesday at 4:15. Yeah, so that is, I will see you guys next week. Have a great holiday season. Until then, peace out.